Coffee conversations, steam rising in the air. Words like whispers, drifting on a breeze. Thank you to my angels who bring me to my knees. To all my angels, I'm raising my cup. For every time you caught me when I almost gave up. To all my angels, you're my sunlight above. This is my thank you. My thank you with love. The world keeps spinning, but you hold me still. Through storms and shadows, you're my steady will. Your laughter's my anthem, your touch my refrain. Thank you to my angels for dancing through my rain. Haloed in kindness, your glow never fades. Through the dark of the night, you've lit my way. Angels in disguise, or maybe not at all. You're the ones who answer when my spirit calls. To all my angels, I'm raising my cup. For every time you caught me when I almost gave up. To all my angels, you're my sunlight above. This is my thank you. My thank you with love. Charlie sending love through the morning light. Coffee's growing cold, but your warmth feels right. To all my angels, near and far away, thank you forever. That's all I can say.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I absolutely love that song. I hope everybody's having a good morning this morning. Hey, my beautiful Sour Patch Kid. Sometimes she's sour, sometimes she's sweet. What up, Libra Butterfly, my sister from another mister? Good morning, Mr. MRH. I hope you're having a good one so far. Child, I wonder where everybody stayed up all night. I think I know. They was over there at Suge's house all night, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Y'all motherfuckers stayed up all night. Mm-hmm. Nah, I don't know how people do it. Some of y'all got some stamina in you, child. Some stamina. Good morning, love. I guess I'm gonna cook after I get off here, uh beef stew of some kind. Like a soup, like whatnot. I know that Odie done got fat as hell. He chunky ass cat. That is a big ass cat. I thought our cat was big. Nah, that cat's fucking huge. What up, what up, what up, Gamecock Jenny? How's my nephews over that way? Hey, Mr. Jasper, how you doing? Good morning, Classy Colt. I hope y'all got y'all's coffee, child. I got mine. I gotta take my medicine, y'all. This is the med check reminder. Take your medications. Don't be like me and forget with your ADHD. Med checks. My doctor the other day is on my ass about taking my blood pressure more because I was in pain. I'm gonna say this: when you're in pain, your blood pressure does go up and shit. And my blood pressure was a little outrageous while I was at the doctor. But I was in pain. What do you expect? Shit. I gotta take my medicine. My medicine. They listened to me and did the water drip. Thank God they listened to me. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you from down, what up, mountain girl, my beautiful? If you live down south and it gets below freezing, which it did last night, and it actually was below freezing during the middle of the day yesterday. You better turn on every pipe in your house, every sink, every shower, every bathtub to a drip, 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 the hot and the cold water. Because if you don't, your pipe's gonna fucking freeze. You gonna wake up, your shit gonna be frozen and fuck in the morning, and possibly gonna have to fix that shit. Child, you better take your Zoloft, damn it. You know you gotta take your crazy pill. No, I gotta take my crazy pill too. Shit. We don't take our crazy pills, we liable to go off on somebody. Shit. It's what keeps our mood stabilized. You don't be knowing, like, shit. We need our mood stabilizers in this bitch. See, actually, I don't take Zoloft. I take it's the ADHD medicine, it's Strattera. But the Strattera not only helps with ADHD, it also has a mood stabilizer in it. If you're happy and you know it, shake your meds. Hold on, let me get my med ball. If you're happy and you know it, shake your meds. If you're happy and you know it, and you're medicated and you want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shake your meds. Oh, that's so cute. He was ready. He was like, let me show my good side. Take this side. Take the picture of this side. Yeah, we need to do a remix, Watcher. Me and you need to get together and do a remix of that song. And some of these motherfuckers need to be medicated. I'm just saying. Some of these motherfuckers running around here need to be medicated, Jesus. They need to go see them a good old specialist and get some medication. They'll feel a whole lot better. They won't be so angry. They won't be such an asshole. They won't be such a piece of shit. Take your medication. Shit, go get you some. I bet you it'll make you feel better. Man, I've been watching The Angry Little Man recently, and that one's been funny. He's been steadily atting the Dana woman, Miss Dana, on her shit every time she does lives. He talks about, here's the thing, when somebody talks about obsession, right? Obsession can go both ways, right? It can. But it can also go to show that, here's the thing, a lot of people want to defend themselves. That's their obsession. It's not an obsession with you, dumbass. It's an obsession with defending themselves and having to clear their name, right? Because it means something to them. It means something to them. It ain't got shit to do with you, because it could be anybody saying it and they'd still want to come back and combat it. What up? What up, Smokey? What up, my sassy pants? That's my sassy pants. Y'all, Smokey back there taking a shit, but I ain't telling nobody else, though. I ain't telling nobody else. What up, Smokey? How you doing? That's my personal greeting for you, Smokey. Now, you know what I'm saying. But like, think about it. Even in our sector, in the beef sector, right, Sour Patch? You got people who think you're obsessed with them, but sometimes it has to do with, no, you're not obsessed with that person. You're obsessed with clearing your name if shit's been said on you. And a lot of people, have that. Like, if something's said about me, I want to combat it. I want to say something. Sometimes I will tell y'all this. I'll give you this advice for free. For the free 99, y'all. Some things don't need a explanation. Some things don't need, because people who know you, they're going to know it's bullshit. They're going to know it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Not everything needs a response, even though we feel like we have to do that. You have a good day at work, Smokey. You have a good day, all right? But not every single thing. Also, to tell y'all, watches driving, so if she don't at you personally, just know she loves you. And she probably gonna see it after the fact, but she loves you. You know how she is. You know, and so people think it's an obsession with a single person. No, it could be a obsession with clearing your name. You know what I'm saying? And making sure people know. But not everything needs an explanation, because a lot of people gonna know when it's false. And here's another thing: if somebody keeps trying to call you a liar all the time, but you've never lied, and it really bothers you, but they themselves actually lie, they'll get caught up, because a lie will always, the truth will prevail. It will come out. They may try to lie on you for a certain amount of time. See, I'm talking in general right now, because this goes in a lot of different sectors of YouTube. Correct? This goes all over the place. It ain't about a single individual person. But if you believe this message is for you, please strap that boot up and wear it. Because I'm not talking about a singleized person. I'm talking about in general. That a lie don't care who tell it, right? But when you lie and you keep lying, people gonna see it for what the truth is, because you're not gonna be able to keep up with the lie. In order to keep a lie and keep telling it and keep telling the same story, you gonna fuck up that story or tell it differently every single time. The truth will prevail. It may take months, it may take years, but eventually the truth always comes to the light. You can't keep a lie up forever. It don't work that way. Because you're going to lie and lie and lie and tell the story wrong until people figure it out it's a lie. The person telling the truth never changes their story. It's exactly the same every single time. Every single time. Oh, I'm going to say this, Gamecock Jenny, that's a damn phishing call. That's what they call a phishing call. See, they use a real number to not say spam risk, and that way they know you answer the phone, and I bet you 100 to 1 you're going to start getting spam calls after that. They're doing what they call a phishing call. They're phishing to see if you'll pick up the phone. Shit, if I don't know you and I know all the hospital numbers in my area, if I don't know the phone number and I don't know you, I ain't answering. I tell the truth. I'll send your ass straight to voicemail. Go straight to voicemail. Don't go collect $200. Just go on about your business. Cause what up, Candy Cane, my love? How are you doing, beautiful? Oh, you look so cute in your profile picture. I just realized you changed that damn picture. Because child, I don't always pay attention when we in chats about profile pictures sometimes. I just realized you changed it. And I also see the same thing about Miss Gamecock Jenny. Because your hair is a hell of a lot lighter in that picture. You know what I'm saying? So that's the crazy part about me, is like I'll notice it and then I'll forget about it and then I'll notice it again. ADHD's a bitch, ain't it? But in general, a lie don't care who tell it, but the truth always prevails. I've actually noticed that, Mountain Girl, that you changed yours a lot. Sometimes it freaks me out with these new handles. I swear. Good morning, Mr. Keith. I hope you having you a good morning, peaceful morning, drinking you some coffee and all that shit. You just gonna shave your head? You should have just shaved it last week. Shit, I wish I could be like you dudes and just shave my damn head. But here's the problem I have. I have fat ass cheeks, okay? I had that round baby face syndrome going on. And yes, it helps me look younger. And I'll probably look younger even when I get older. But here's the thing. When you do short haircuts with fat ass faces, it makes you look even fatter for some reason. I don't know why. Well, it does on some people. Some folks, depending on how the chubby cheek syndrome hits you, some folks look good with short hair. Some folks don't. I'm just saying. I do too. I wish they would go back to the damn names. Hey, Pat Love. How you doing, beautiful? I wish they would go back to the damn nicknames. I just like the handles too. It's just pissing me off. I want to go back to the Nikki names. Hey, you was on Miss Heidi's panel, Miss Jenny. I done said if I go gray headed, I'm gonna rock the shit out of it, and I'm gonna do the sexy granny look, y'all. I'm gonna rock the shit out of that blonde hair. The names are confusing, ain't they? I'd rather have it like the nicknames. I know, Mr. Keith. I'd rather have the nicknames because I know who fuck everybody is. It's been that way for how long? Like how long had they had the nicknames? For like fucking years. You know what I'm saying? And then you go switch up on us. You get what I'm saying? Like don't be doing that shit. And then sometimes you'll go in some chats, it'll still have the nicknames, and other chats I had the handles, and then it'll switch back and forth. I'm like, can we choose one or the other? Because if I start getting used to the damn handles, right? And I start getting used to them and know who everybody is and blah blah blah, then you gonna fuck me up and switch back to nah. Can't be doing all that. Choose one. I do like that avatar though. Now see a good thing. What up, way up, dude? How's your titties hanging? Um, are they hanging to the left, to the right, up, down, left, right? You know all those things. How your titties doing this morning? Way up, dude. Yes, I'm gonna say this. There's been a yeah, they are trying to stay now. But I know that at one time they like you would go in one chat, everybody had their nicknames. In the next chat you'd go into, it'd be the damn handles. Yeah, I know, Miss Pat. Yeah, I know that's your original profile picture. I know who you are. I've seen you on panel and spoken to you. Good morning, my racing stars. They standing at attention this morning. Your mama was home when you left. I know I can't be the only one getting that damn shit in my damn my shorts recently. Your daddy was home when you left. You know? What up, what up, what up, G2K? How you doing this morning? That one, I left my home to join the army. Yeah, that shit's been on my damn shorts for some reason. That call for the army, that shit's been on my damn every time I scroll. Every time I scroll, that damn song's been on there. Not saying I don't like the calls, but like I hate when it does that when you like a sound or something like that, and it just every single video. I'm like, I want to go back to my puppy content with all the puppies and the kitty cats. I couldn't actually go into the army, or I actually wanted to go into the Marines. You want to know the God honest truth? Also, thank you to all our veterans out there. I just want to say that now. At one time, I wanted to be a Marine, and there was a reason why. There was a specialty within the Marine Corps that I wanted to go into. See, a lot of people, before you choose Army, Navy, um, Air Force, or Marine, you want to think about what job you want, what placement you want in the U.S. Army, or the U.S. however you want to say it, not Air Force, but like U.S. military. In the military, you got to think long term. What your goal is, right? What your goal is, because that'll help you know which branch that you need to get into. I actually had okay. My grandfather fought in the Korean War, and my great uncle was so highly decorated, it was not even funny. He fought multiple wars. My grandfather got out. He was in the Navy. He got out after the Korean War, or whatnot. But my great uncle stayed in there like for years. He had all those little things on his vest. I don't even know what they mean, but when he passed away and my grandfather passed away, they both had military funerals. They had the salute, the gun salute thing, and got the. I wish I had my grandfather's flag that they folded up and handed to my grandmother. My grandmother lost it somewhere along the way, which I'm really upset about. But I wish I had my grandfather's flag. I really do wish I had my grandfather's flag. But he passed away before I was even born, when my dad was still a kid. Watch it. Just to let you know, Mr. MRH emailed you, and he said, "Did you seize it?" What up, Jax Lynn? How you doing, love? She said, "Nope, she's like me." I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. MRH. You glad you told her now, because now she'll go check it here in just a little bit. But if you hadn't told her, she wouldn't know that she got it, because she don't go check it every day. She's like me. She like, oh shit, I gotta go check that email. I'm gonna tell you this: if you ever send me an email and I don't see it right away, at me on a community wall, hit me in a comment section and go, "Bitch, check your email." You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I would be the person that does. I'm not the best at it because I get busy and shit like that. To do the army. Oh, you got your glasses. You can see again, child. You not blind no more. Hell yeah. What up, wildflower girl? Yeah, this my ninja, y'all. This is my ninja. Mr. G2K made me this amazing ninja. She's got butterfly knives. She's awesome. Let me show y'all my ninja in full frame. Y'all gotta see my full thing. It's even got my name on it. See how it's got Charlie on it? Look, 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 look. I gotta put that one on. Now I gotta start putting that in my intros and outros and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's my ninja. Ha! Why? She's ready to cut a hoe in the name of Jesus. You know, because I always carry my holy water and my knife, knife, so I could cut a hoe in the name of Jesus. You know, I don't even know if G2K knows that I have an obsession with knives and that I always carry one. Because I don't really talk about it much, right? I have one in my purse and I carry one every fucking day. And I'm gonna tell you something, because I stay strapped so I can remain peaceful. Let me just say it like that. I may not. I always carry that. Every time I used to fly, I'd have to go through there and make sure the day before I got ready to fly, I'd have to take out all my damn things that you can't take through TSA. I had to go, well, here's this one. Let me put this one back in the drawer. Make sure I don't have any in my luggage. What up, Mr. Jim Cottington? The best Jim, the only Jim that ever was and ever will be. How you doing this morning, Mr. Jim Cottington? I hope you having a blessed one this morning. And you know what I'll say? I want to shout out to Jim Cottington for always supporting the community. He doesn't just support me. He supports many, many, many people in this community. Shout out to you, Mr. Jim Cottington, for that, because you don't have to do that. You choose to do that from the goodness of your heart. You know what I'm saying? And I know people always say thank you to you, but sometimes you deserve a special shout out. That's all I'm saying. So watch your crazy. MRH just emailed you. Okay, just letting you know. Shit, I'm gonna say this right now. I need blessings. I need many blessings, cause it's too fucking cold. Y'all know when Mississippi gets below freezing, I feel sorry for anybody up north right now, because in Mississippi right now it is middle of the day and we got a cold weather advisory. Yesterday it was in the teens, in the 20s during the daytime yesterday. Let me tell y'all what the temperature is right now. Right now it is 28 degrees outside in Mississippi. Y'all know when it gets this cold in Mississippi, It's going to get down to 23 tonight. It's only going to probably, they're saying it may get up to 40 degrees today. May get up to 40 degrees. And it's not going to stay 40 degrees long. It's going to pop up to about 39 and it's going to start dropping again. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get down to, they said 23 tonight. Y'all know when it starts doing that in Mississippi, that up north is even way colder. You know what I'm saying? We still in freezing right now, Miss Pat. Can you believe that shit? In Mississippi? Like, I'm down here down south. You feel me? I'm down south, y'all. I'm down in the deep south, too. You know what I mean? It's some bullshit. Return to sender. We don't want it. I'm just saying. Anybody, I'm going to say this. I know, I'm telling you, last night we was the same way. And I'm down here. We supposed to be warmer than that. Hello? We ain't supposed to have this temperature until fucking February. That's usually January around my son's birthday is usually when we have the coldest time for us in Mississippi. It's about 2 weeks there we usually have it, right? It's the middle of January to the end of January. We having that in the beginning of December. We gonna have one hell of a cold winter, y'all. It's gonna be crazy cold this winter. Think about that shit. If it's already, usually in Mississippi, we have kind of a like a fallish type December. You know what I'm saying? Like a fallish type December. And then it turns into, winter after the fact. But for it to be already this cold, and it's like the beginning of December, yeah, we gonna have one hell of a winter, y'all. And it's cold down here in Mississippi. I am gonna be praying for y'all up north because I know it's gonna be bad. If it's like that down here, I'm going to make some soup today. That's what I'm going to do. I got a beef tri-tip. I'm going to cut that bitch up and I'm going to pressure cook it. So it's tender and it falls apart. I'm going to pressure cook that bitch and let it fall apart. And then I'm going to make some, I'm going to take some tomatoes and some vegetables. And I may even take some, some noodles or something and make and I got to cut up some onions. Because I got to pressure cook I got to cook up the onions and stuff like that. Shit, Wildfire Girl. Oh, hell no. It's currently -3 there. You flew in last night in a literal snowstorm? I ain't never flew in a snowstorm. Was it scary as shit? I'd have been so scared. I've been so scared. Like, for real, though. What up, Mr. Noble? How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Noble? I had so much fun with you over there at the hood tables the other night with Big Rig Slaps, and you was exactly on point about that Diddy shit. He should have never. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now. I may be a Christian woman, right? I have my belief systems. I never judge anybody else based on their belief systems or what they do in their personal life, right? But to actually have a tattoo of a deity that you do not understand what it stands for, and to mock something like that ain't good juju. It ain't good juju. And I'm gonna say this, I wouldn't fuck around and find out, and that's what he doing. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Noble? He fucked around finding out. He listened to you, didn't he? Now he listened to you, didn't he? Hey, Miss Chantel Gucci, how you doing? Oh, child, I was sitting there watching some of your TikTok stuff with the. I swear to God, if y'all don't watch Miss Chantel, y'all got to go over there. Let me tell y'all something. Okay, so she covers. I'm acting like I'm whispering, y'all, like nobody can tell. Okay, so she covers these people on the TikTok, and these people are scammers, and they're absolutely fucking crazy. And it's some of the best content if you just want to have an oh shit moment, like who the fuck, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, kind of moment. I'm just saying. I'm gonna go ahead and drop Miss Chantel's channel right quick. Y'all go ahead and subscribe for those who ain't. Y'all gonna like that shit. I'm just saying. She's part of Miss Heidi's community. It's where I met her from. And you know what I'm saying? I like Miss Chantel. She cool people. And but them crazy folks on TikTok, man. If it wasn't for Miss Chantel, I wouldn't know about half that shit. And she be posting them crazy motherfuckers that be on here begging. Meth cities. I swear to God, some of them are meth city. It's like meth head, meth head, meth head. Oh shit, there's a random crackhead. You know what I'm saying? It does become generational. It does, Mr. Noble. And I'm gonna say this: he's messing around with something like, how can you have a deity that stands for the protection of women and children tattooed on your entire back and then do dirt to women and children? Yeah, there's a few crackheads, there's some meth heads. Hell, they may be hybrids, Miss Chantel. They may be tri-druggies, which means anything they can get their hands on. Right? There is the hybrid crackhead meth head nowadays that they do both. It's whatever they can get their hands on. You know what I'm saying? What up, Mr. Truck? How you doing? Good morning. Yeah, karma's gonna be a bitch for Diddy. If y'all ain't seen that tattoo on his back and what it stands for, look that shit up. Diddy gonna get got, child. He's got a deity on his chest, on his back, that stands for the protection of women and children, knowing he beats women and cheats children like he does. Mm-hmm. And the church said, I'm gonna pray for you. No, I ain't praying for him. I ain't praying for him. Jesus gonna get me, but Jesus gonna get me, y'all. Y'all know. That's my homie. But he tell me to be good and set the fuck down. Yeah, I can't say that name real good, Mr. Noble, and I don't want to disrespect her. But I think you said Israel Dantor or Donator. How do you, I don't want to mess it up because that's disrespectful. And I don't want to disrespect her because she's looking out for us women. You know what I mean? And the children. I don't want to disrespect her. Because here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have my belief systems, I never put down anybody else for theirs. And if you believe in the great creator, whatever you call him, right? Whether you call him God, whether you call him Jesus, whether you call him, Allah, whether you call him Yahweh, no matter what you call him, right? Then you believe and know that he created everything. You know what I mean? I know, Mr. Noble, but it's like, it's a disrespect. I don't want to disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to disrespect her because that's disrespectful. You know, all that. I watched it, G2K. I watched the entire documentary, and last night we was talking about it over there before I came to your house. That was my other homie that I was telling you that I was over there visiting. It was the hood table. And Mr. Big Rig Slaps, Mr. Noble's up there. Mm-hmm. And we was up there, we was talking about, child, you gonna like that documentary. If you ain't seen it, hey, Mr. Brian, how could I could hear it in your head, how you say, hey, Charlie, I could hear it in your saying, the way that you speak. Ooh, you been following another TikTok scammer by the name of Faith Langhorn? Ooh, you know there's so many TikTok scammers, y'all. If y'all ain't got into the drama of the TikTok world with the TikTok scammers, ooh, child, it could be some good ass drama. Good ass drama. Good ass drama. Shani for Christ. Oh, I seen Shani, and I think I seen her because of somebody else on here. She got like 2.5 teeth, 600-pound joke. She and her boyfriend been kicked off YouTube tons and just keep coming back. I've heard of that name before. Wasn't she in some YouTube drama a few years ago? It was around the community, I think, that Miss Fucking Wonderful's from, and a few of them other folks. Ain't she from around that way? I don't know what you want to call that. Well, they are offshoot of the commentary community, and the commentary community offshoot into another community. Then you had something called a trailer park community. But anyway, I don't remember which one she's from, but I heard about that bitch before. I don't know that bitch, but I heard about that bitch. I've heard of Shani before. Yeah, I heard of her. Here's the fucked up shit. I'm going to say this right now. This is the fucked up shit. They try to claim that I'm 300-400 pounds, all this other shit. I am not that big. I have never been that big in my entire life. I think about the biggest I ever got up to was 289. I did get pretty big, but I don't think I ever got over 300 pounds in my entire life. I wear a size 14, 15 in pants, depending on how big my thighs decide to get. I can't get below a size 14 now because my hips spread after having my son, and I've lost all the weight and still couldn't do it. Because I got an ass and it ain't going away. Hips and thighs, hips and thighs, baby. But no, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Like I've always said, Wildfire Girl, we can lose the weight, right? But can they lose they ugly? Mm-hmm. Them bitches look like they fell down the motherfucking the ugly tree all the way down. Hit every branch on the way down. And smacked the ground 2 or 3 times. Shit. Hell yeah, Miss Wildfire. Oh, I've heard of Foodie Beauty too. Mm-hmm. Oh, that what was that one chick? Y'all remember that one chick that she ended up becoming? She was in drama first, and then she ended up doing mukbang. I pray for that child. Like she done got so big. She gonna end up having a heart attack, dude. She gonna end up having a fucking heart attack, bro. Like no shit. Oh, she got demonetized? Oh shit. Yeah, Amberlyn Reed. Yeah, I pray for that girl, y'all. She gonna have a heart attack. We're gonna be seeing her pass away on damn stream. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I can't watch Eugenia Cooney. What up? What up? What up? What up? My room shaker, shaker, shaker. I cannot. Amberlyn Reed, Foodie Beauty, and Rose got demonetized. Shit. They got them all, didn't they? I can't watch because it's like, you ever notice that it either goes, it swings either far left, far right. Hey Miss Jean, how you doing? I cannot for the life of me watch Eugenia Cooney because it's like you're watching somebody unalive themselves on live, right? You're watching it get worse and worse and worse and worse, and I just can't watch it. Now I like gaming videos, but I like gaming, and if I watch it, I like specific people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more likely to watch Markiplier, or there's this one dude who does the Resident Evil stuff all the time. His name's John Wolf. I'm more liable to watch something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to watch it because I'm trying to get tips and tricks, not because I'm not watching some bullshit. Now I do, however, have watched some of the ragers when they rage during some games because that shit's funny. But and those people, I can't remember their names, but they go into these VR chats and they troll the shit out of people. That's just kind of funny to me. I don't know if y'all watched it, but it's kind of funny. And y'all, I'm just saying, Miss Chantel, I'm a gamer too. I grew up with games. Hey Hood, how you doing, boo? I grew up a gamer, so I got my Xbox sitting right there. I got my gaming PC. I'm talking to y'all on right now. You know what I mean? And I I've always been a gamer, since I was little. My first game system, we had a shared Nintendo, right? A Super Nintendo, but the first one I ever got for myself was the Nintendo 64, and I got it for my birthday when I was 13 years old. Yeah, buddy, I thought I was the shiznit. That was when they first come out. When they first come out. Mm-hmm. You have your beautiful day, my beautiful mountain girl. Also, let me know how it goes with the hunting this year. If you got any good hunting this year in you. Oh, thank you for being a member for 2 months, my beautiful ties and tears, my tainted docket. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. 25th anniversary video of your company and your old team, and you was in the video. That's pretty fucking cool, Miss Chantel. That's pretty cool. And Miss Chantel is thank you, Jesus. Nothing like that crazy bitch, let's just say. Oh, you was a charity gamer for a team? That's cool as fuck. I have watched some of those charity live streams. I wonder if I accidentally saw you and just didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember when they used to have those big charity live streams for the gamers and there'd just be a shit ton of them on there at the same time? I will say the gaming community is some of the best people I've ever met when it comes to like giving to charity. Actually, you want to know the God honest truth? That's how I met my husband. The story of we were on this little streaming platform called YouNow, and we got in this group together, and the group was full of streamers and full of gamers, right, and whatnot, and that was over 10 years ago, way over 10 years ago. We've been together for 6 years, so it's been way over that. Like, my son was a little bit kid when I first met him, and now my son will be 18. So we've been knowing each other since my son still had his little sweet voice before that shit dropped, and now it's mom. You know what I'm saying? I get to missing that sometimes as a mother. I get to missing his little sweet voice. You know what I'm saying? When they were little and just innocent, and now they hellions. But no, I'm just saying, I love my son. He's a good kid, real good kid. But it does trip me out sometimes to think of how fast those years have gone by. And you be out there, you be careful out there when you working today, Mr. G2K, okay? Be careful out there. People crazy. It's getting close to the holidays. You know what I'm saying? People get crazy this time of year. You know what I mean? So I tell all my people, if you going out your door today, if you want, watch her crazy. I know she's out there driving. Y'all going out your door today. Y'all doing some shit. Be careful out there in this world. See, I'm not into those kind of games, Miss Chantel. I play like Fallout, Skyrim, Dying Light's been one I love. Prey, I love the shit out of that one, and the DLC for it, Moon Crash, is pretty cool. I kind of like it. I play all the Resident Evils because I'm a huge Resident Evil. I'm a huge Silent Hill junkie. Cyberpunk, Ghost of Tsushima, Mafia, 7 Days to Die. I like that one. Zombie games. I'm huge into horror, if that shows anything. And Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Like, I'm huge into open world RPGs. You know what I'm saying? I like RPGs. I like building games. I love Minecraft. I haven't played Roblox. Everybody be telling me about it, but I've never played it. I've always played Minecraft. So I don't know. And yeah, I actually did play Fortnite one time because my friends linked me into it. And child, I was actually really good at it. I kept placing like my friends every time I would join her. That's why she loves me to join her. We kept placing like first and second place because like she was like, "Holy shit, Charlie, you're pretty good at this fucking game." I was like, "I don't know. I'm just jumping around shooting the fuck out of people. That's all I know." Now, when it comes to Tom Chansley games, I love Splinter Cell, where I sneak around and I'm a ninja. You know, I'm a sneaky spy and I just whoop, take them out. You know what I mean? I never cared for the stuff like that, like the battle royales and stuff like that, too much. It's okay, but I love playing that if I'm gonna play that with friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and your friend get along great. I played Made of Skiers, actually pretty good if you've never played it. You know what I'm saying? I play various games, all different kinds. I've been on multiple servers on Discord for games and shit. I've played all different kinds. I don't know if anybody knows anything about Discord. Hey, shit, I know you was gonna take the day off, but when they got a high order volume and you just make some dough, go make that money, honey. They paying extra too. Shit, yeah, go get that money, honey. Mm-hmm. I play a lot of different kind of video games. Yeah. She's from Malaysia. Hell, you never know. I might know her. Shit. I know a couple of I ain't it cool, Miss Chantel, how you can meet people from all over the world from being a gamer. Like I got my best friend, she's from New Zealand. I love that girl to death. She called me the other night though, it was like real late. I was laying down actually, because of time zone differences and whatnot. But it's just like we've been trying to catch up again, but you know how time zones go. She's from New Zealand. I love her. That's like my sister right there. That not like she is my sister. Then I got friends from Taiwan. I got friends from the UK. I got friends from Australia. I got friends from all over the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Your name ain't Sweetie, is it? Shit, we might actually know each other. We might actually know each other, Miss Chantel. Don't even know it. Don't even know it. We might actually know each other. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I got my friend Acid that comes over here. I've always called him Acid. I don't call him by no other name. We were on a little thing called YouNow. And then we went over to Twitch for a while. So I do have a Twitch account. I just don't be over there. You're kind of known in Guild Wars. Hell, there's a possibility we have run up on each other and didn't even know it. You forgot about Awareness Monday at 3 p.m.? Mm-hmm. Oh, if it's what I think it is, G2K, if it's what I think it is it something you was talking about the other day that I ain't gonna say? Because, child, I've been wanting to hear what that information was. Like, I don't even know it all. But, you know, I heard a rumor, you know, how that there was some information that needed to be known. Shit. I ain't heard all the information on it. Obviously, that being in your stream would be the first time that I actually hear that information. You know what I mean? But I heard it through the grapevine. Your old guild gave you that name? Shit, I've been with a lot of people who've been in guilds. I've never been in one myself. Like I've been with gamer groups. And I've chilled out with a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, who happen to be a part of shit. There was this one gamer group called the Rise or Raise group or something like that. RYZE. That was from over in New Zealand. I knew them for a little bit. Because of my friend, my sister from another mister. There was a few other gamer groups that I was a part of or know of or friends with kind of situation. Um, yeah, because you got to think, when you run in them circles, everybody ends up meeting sometime or another. One of my friends, you was a part of the gamer giving back. I remember that. That's pretty cool. Everybody over here don't know Miss Chantel. We used to be a famous ass gamer, and now she's just over here chilling, talking about TikTok scammers. Now she over here chilling. She's like, totally. I was not, I'm not famous. Don't know. Nobody know. In the gaming community, you would be kind of considered that, if that makes sense. Like you would be a bigger name when it comes to that, if that makes any possible sense. Do the army. I left my home. I don't know why that song's stuck in my head. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to stuff like that, though. Like you know of people, and you're like, "No, not me. I'm chilling. I was just over here chilling, chat. I was just over here chilling. They famous, not me." I'm gonna have to scroll through there. I might just they see me scrolling, they hating, patrolling, trying to catch me. Uh, the Matt Reiner thing from the we were talking about that the other day on another channel that I was on where he had passed away. The dude from uh what was the name? All in the Family. I'll check right quick, see if there's been any updates, Miss Joy. What his name wasn't Matt. What was his first name? Hold on. They called him Meathead. I remember that on the show. Okay, it was Nick. Nick. Why did I just say Sean? It was Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner. Why did I want to call him Matt? I don't fucking know. It said that Rob Reiner's death, live updates, filmmaker's son, Nick, arrested amid investigation. He is booked, arrested and booked in the Los Angeles County. So he has been booked after the deaths of director, writer, and his wife. So he has been booked. So they must have something on him. Rob Reiner's son, I'm gonna read this article to y'all right quick. I'm gonna share this article. Yeah. Let me go ahead and share this. Here we go. Rob Reiner's son has been taken into police custody after the deaths of the director, actor, and his wife. Law enforcement officials told the Associated Press. Online jail records show Nick Reiner, 32, was booked by Los Angeles police and remained in jail Monday with a bail set at $4 million. It was not immediately clear what charges he would face. Rob and Michelle Wider were found dead Sunday at their home in Los Angeles. Investigators believe they suffered stab wounds, the law enforcement official said. The official who was briefed on the investigation spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to discuss details publicly. Nick Reiner has spoken publicly of his struggles with addiction and homelessness. He and his father collaborated on a semi-autobiographical 2016 film, Being Charlie, that included elements of their relationship and experience. Um, Rob Reiner's death may come up at the LAPD and FBI news conference on terrorism. FBI officials and Los Angeles Police Chief are expected to discuss a terrorism investigation during a news conference Monday morning. Although the conference is not about the death of acclaimed director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, some attendees may ask questions about the ongoing investigation. So, this is the scene that was outside the home with all the, news crews and stuff. This is what the gate looked like. Obviously, they can't get behind the gate. But this is what, people were looking at or whatnot. Reiner's son is in custody. That's him, his beautiful wife, his son, and Rami and Jake. Honorary Rob Reiner, second left, poses with his wife Michelle, left, and children Nick, and I guess that's their daughter, right there. I wonder how she's feeling. And children Nick, Center, Rami, and Jake. So I don't know if that's their other two kids, but that probably is. That would, man, think about that shit. That's crazy, man. We knew him as Meathead from All in the Family. If you ain't watched Archie Bunker, you totally should. Yeah, Racing, this just happened. You ever watch All in the Family? The dude who played the son-in-law from All in the Family with Archie Bunker. Okay, that's who that was. And on the sidelines it says he was living in an apartment on their property. A daughter found him, and she probably is not doing well. Yeah, the daughter found him. Oh, that sucks. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh my God, could you imagine? Like you walk in and you find your mom and daddy that way. Hey, Miss Raditha, on the sidelines, how you doing, boo? Could you imagine being the one that found your parents like that? You know what I'm saying? It's that's freaking crazy. So it says Rob Reiner's tragic death, heartbreaking details emerged from one of his final interviews. Okay. The anchor shared that Reiner was a genuine as you'd hope. Hollywood is in shock after the sudden violent death of legendary filmmaker Rob Reiner, who was found stabbed to death alongside his wife Michelle Singer Reiner at their Brentonwood, Los Angeles home on December the 14th, 2025. The couple's deaths are being treated as an apparent homicide by the Los Angeles Police Department. In a poignant Instagram post shared by Fox News, journalist and Good Day Chicago anchor Jake Hamilton following the tragedy, he recounted details from one of Reiner's final interviews just weeks ago. Genuinely heartbreaking news. Rob Reiner was a kind man, one who lit up a room with his incomparable ability to tell a story. Hamilton opened the caption of the social media tribute. The sentiment was shared alongside a black and white photo of the anchor posing with the Wolf of Wall Street actor. Hamilton continued, I was lucky enough to interview him over the years, and every single time he was as kind, hilarious, generous, and genuine as you'd hope. A brilliant storyteller, but an even better man. The TV news personality added a final memory from their last encounter, giving insight into how Reiner stepped back into one of his legendary roles. The last time we spoke a few weeks ago, he did the entire interview as his character from This Is Spinal Tap. I don't think he ever broke character, but as he shook my hand at the end, he winked. And I always wondered if that was coming from Marty DeBerg or from Rob. He summed Reiner's death up simply calling it a true loss. Fans in the comment sections were filled with emotions, dropping heartfelt sentiments about Reiner's unfortunate passing. Thanks for sharing this with us, Jake. This is so sad. He was a great man. Devastated. Absolutely devastating. One wrote in part, while another said, "Oh my God, that's so sad. He's such a great man." Reiner, 78, at his time of death, was an iconic figure in American entertainment, first winning audiences as Michael Meathead Stivic on the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family, and then directing a string of beloved films, including This Is Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, and A Few Good Men. Because if you actually go look him up, he actually did direct and was behind the scenes on a lot of amazing, amazing, shows. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. Okay. I've said it from all sides. Don't make fun of the dead when they die. Don't say fucked up shit about them. I said, I'm going to say this. Trump's fucked up for talking shit about this man after his passing. Just like I'll say, even if you believe or don't believe in Charlie Kirk stuff, there was no reason for that man to get killed for his views and words. No death should be made fun of. You know what I'm saying? No death. None. We see people do that on this internet all the time. Making fun of dead kids, dead family members, you know what I'm saying? Husbands, all this other stuff. It ain't cool. It ain't right. Respect the dead. See, I was raised with something that some of I know that y'all have seen it in different communities. It don't matter which community that you're in. You've seen some people go and do some fucked up shit. We all have. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. And I'm going to say this as a channel and panel holder. Even if I don't like the person, even if, let's say, that's the case, and even if I supposedly do like them, I'm not going to let some asshole come up here and do that shit. That should have been stopped right away. Just like talking about somebody's kids. That happened in another community, in a few communities I've been in. If they come up here on my panel trying that shit, I'm going to stop that shit. Don't talk about somebody's kids. Leave the children alone. Now, I can't tell nobody else how to fight. I can't tell nobody else what to do with themselves. I can only police myself and my platform. Right? Now, can I say it's bullshit and I don't like it? Yes. But if you go low with somebody, I can't expect them not to go to hell or jail behind theirs. So if you over there fucking around with somebody's dead child and they go to hell or jail with you, well, at that point, I can't tell them what not to do because you done fucked around and you're going to find out. Now, I would say I wouldn't be the first one to do some shit like that. Like, to this day, I have not bothered somebody's family who has bothered mine. To this day. But you keep fucking around, you will find out how crazy I really am. Because I'm like the FBI when I'm on a trail, baby. I will find everything. I will contact your long lost cousin. But here's the thing. I know I'm better than that. I'm better than that. I'm not a piece of shit like you who likes to do that shit. I know I'm better than that. That's the reason I refuse to do it, right? That's the reason I refuse to do it. Not saying I can't do it or don't know how. And trust me, I done found a lot of shit that I've kept close to the vest and ain't said nothing. There's a lot of shit that I done found. Some very interesting businesses and some very interesting YouTube channels that I done found, but I've kept it to my damn self. Because here's the thing. I don't bother people's innocent family or, loved ones or girlfriends and their family or stuff like that. I don't do that shit. I know, but I choose not to be like you. I will never be like you. I won't be a piece of shit and stoop myself to that fucking level. I could. Oh, I could straight up be crazy as fuck, but I choose not to. You know what I mean? I think it all comes down to choices sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Now I would say that if somebody fucked with the wrong thing with me, I think I would go fucking ballistic. And I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Miss Dana for not going ballistic, because I'm gonna tell you something. If that was my child that had passed away and you went to doing that shit to my child, you know what I'm saying? I think I would lose my religion and lose my integrity and lose, and go off the deep end and do some shit that I may not be proud of afterward. I'm just saying. I may not be proud of afterward. But child, when you fuck with somebody's kid like that, you know what I'm saying? I would do some really fucked up shit that I normally wouldn't do. And couldn't nobody blame Miss Dana for that, to tell you the goddamn truth. Couldn't nobody blame Girl Ryan for that shit. Because they done fucked around with something they ought to not to. And if they went and did something like, what do you call it? I always say going to hell or jail, and went off the deep end and started fucking with them real hard, they can't nobody be pissed at that for them, because they fuck with something they ought to not to. Somebody's dead child, you don't fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't fuck with that shit. And they have every right to do what the fuck ever they want to, because you don't fuck with something you ought to not to. Oh, man. They done did a shooting in Australia. Oh, man, that's fucked up. Was it on Bondi Beach? Oh, yeah, man, that's crazy. It killed 15 people, man. That's crazy. It kills at least 15 victims. 15 victims and a gunman dead after attack on a Hanukkah festival in Sydney, Australia. Officials said the shooter shooting at it was at a Jewish holiday. It was anti-Semitic. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. See, that's the only reason I say people sit there and say gun control, gun control, gun control. Yes, in some ways, do we need gun control, as in, like, to make sure that crazy people or certain guns don't wind up in the hand of certain people? Yes. But if a citizen, an actual law abiding citizen, is carrying, they can stop shit like that. Yet, if you take guns completely away and they're already out on the street, once you take the rabbit out of the box, you can't put it back in, correct? The rabbit's already out the box. He's already had multiple babies, right? So you may be able to put one rabbit back in the box, but there's going to be multiples out there. It leaves it up to where the criminals are the only ones with that. And therefore, how would you stop them, if that makes sense? There would be no stopping them. Because that's the reason in certain areas you don't have, if you ever notice, I want y'all to look up something and really pay attention to this. When it comes to gun laws and gun rights, right? In the areas where they have the strictest laws, you have more gun violence and more deaths because of it than you do in areas to where it's a little more free. Why? Because everybody assumes down here, down south, that everybody's packing. So they don't just, pull because they know they can get popped back, right? Versus in an area where they know you can't have it yourself, that you have to have a special license or a special exception to own a handgun, they're not afraid of you. They know they got a unregistered gun, so they can take you out. You can't take them off the black market if that gets, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason what up, K-Fam? I hope you doing okay. What you walking into the police station for? What done happened? Is people still fucking with you? See, down here in the SIP, we don't have to have permits if we don't. You can go get one still, right? But it's as long as you're over the age of 21, you do not have any prior felonies or convictions of any kind, specifically of the violent nature or drug or anything like that, then you can actually carry. All you have to do is have an ID. And that states you're over 21 and you're a law-abiding citizen, blah, blah, blah. We have open carry down here as long as you're over the age of 21 and you do not have a felony of any kind. They got rid of our permits a few years ago, just like they got rid of you don't have to have an inspection sticker for your car no more. I hope everything's okay with UK fam. I hope ain't nobody fucking with your family again. You know, there's a lot of crazy people out here. In a minute, I'm gonna go start up that meat so it'll cook and shit. Oh, well, you totally should. I'm gonna say that, K-Fam, you totally should. Because that kind of thing ends up leading into people unaliving themselves. That ends up leading to people unaliving themselves. And I think if this bullying shit's got to stop, because the schools won't let the kids take up for themselves anymore like they used to. In the old school times, you know what I'm saying? They used to let the kid take up for themselves, but now they can't. If they so much as swing back, they get in trouble, which is bullshit in my opinion, because the aggressor should be the one that's held responsible. That's why school systems should have cameras, and bullying should be a no tolerance policy. If somebody is bullying another kid in school, there should be a no. If they don't want fighting, if they don't want kids defending themselves, then there should be a no tolerance on bullying. Thank you, Miss Liz. Beautiful. Huggies. Because I'm gonna say this, most likely that kid learned their bullying from their parent. They learned that shit. They didn't just become a bully. They learned that shit. Because I'm gonna say this right now. I would tear if you come up to me and you told me my child was bullying your child and told them that shit, I would beat my child's ass. I'm just saying. But my child wouldn't do some shit like I would beat his ass. I'd be like, I'm gonna teach you. That's why sometimes when I see those videos of the parents who actually teach their kids a lesson because they did get in with the wrong crowd and became bullies because of that, because there is that group of kids too, right? There's the group of kids that get in with the wrong crowd and become bullies because of their friends. And the parents really don't agree with it, but don't know their kids doing it. And their kids sneaky as fuck. I would tear that ass up if I found that shit out. I like that one dad who literally took his daughter was making fun of somebody else, and he literally took her shit and gave it to the other kid. Yeah, peer pressure is real. I was taught from a young age, Miss Raditha. Hey, Mix Love. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. What they should do if they catch kids bullying other kids, as soon as they catch that shit, that child should be held responsible. And if they get caught more than twice, let's say the first time would be in school suspension, correct? First time. I think it depends on how egregious the bullying is, right? Or how far that child has taken it. Sometimes I think it should go straight to suspension or expulsion, depending on, a few factors. But let's say the first time they catch them, it's not a physical thing. It's more of they said some things or did some things they ought not to. I think it should be in school suspension. Then if they continue, it should go on to suspension. And then if they continue to be a bully, expulsion. Expel them from school completely. Hey, Remix, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day today. I gotta see what time Mr. G2K. I think he said 3 o'clock. Is when he's doing his Monday show, Awareness Monday. Oh, I would have got their ass too on the sidelines. I would have straight up got that ass. Yeah, see, no, that right there, you do need to take out charges and hold that child responsible because he needs to realize there are consequences for his actions. And in the real world, these kids not facing consequences and getting slaps on the wrist and all this other shit. When they get in the real world, it's gonna be it's gonna be like eye opening, right? That's what leads to a lot of people doing fucked up shit because these kids are getting participation trophies. They're not really held to the responsibility of what they're doing when they're young. You know what I'm saying? So when they get older and they continue to do it, that's why they end up in the shit that they end up in. If you would hold it responsible when they're younger and show them consequences matter, your kid's not gonna be doing so much fucked up shit when they get older. That's why, when they tell parents, you can't whoop your child, you can't discipline your child, you can't do this. Well, you basically want that child to grow up to be a motherfucking criminal. You don't want somebody to stop that behavior before it begins. So you just gonna let them go outrageous and get out of control and let them think they could do whatever the fuck they want. So when they're getting out in the real world and the cops put those handcuffs on them, ain't that the same thing as spanking them? Ain't that consequences? But yet, if a parent tries to hold their kid in the house and their kid's trying to run away and go sleep with this one and that one and run buckshot and run wild, that's considered kidnapping of your own kid. Did you know that? You cannot keep your kid in the house and tell them they can't go nowhere and all this shit. They'll try to get you with some bullshit charges. But yet the police do it when they're grown. You get what I'm saying? So how are you expecting children to grow up with consequences and be better individuals in society when it don't start at home first? And I'm not talking about beating a kid. No, nobody should be beating children. I'm not talking about abuse. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about consequences for their actions. You can't even threaten your child. You know how my mama used to do me when I was little, and I'm pretty sure y'all mama did it too. I'm gonna slap the white off you. You believe that's considered a threat now and you can get your kids taken for that? Ain't that some bullshit? Mama put the fear of God to you. Mama would say, or daddy would say, you wait till we get home. Believe that's considered a threat and you can't say that no more, supposedly? So what do y'all expect parents to do? Just let the kid do whatever the fuck they want to do? And that's why we have so many fucking criminals nowadays. That's what I'm saying, Mix. That's what I'm saying. You're giving them discipline and teaching them respect before somebody else does it who don't give a fuck about them. But it's crazy that they're trying to do that to parents, but that are actually being there for the kids and trying to teach their kids shit, right? But then it's okay when they get grown for that thing to happen to them with the police and actual consequences. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if they're not taught when they're young, when they get older, they're going to be hellions. They're going to be in and out of jail, all this other shit. Like, which way do you want? You know what I mean? Do you want them to grow up to be productive members of society? Do you think that happens by just letting them run buckshot? No. You have to teach them. They have to learn consequences. They have to have discipline. If you take away discipline, right? That's why a lot of people don't even want to be teachers nowadays. A lot of teachers are quitting at an exponential rate, don't even want to teach because these kids are running up and slapping the teachers, disrespecting them. Man, when I was little, if I'd even done half of the shit that kids are doing nowadays, I wouldn't be here today to tell y'all this story. You know what I'm saying? And it's shameful. It's shameful. I didn't really have to spank my son, Mix. I really didn't. just the threat of knowing that he could get a spanking was enough. Or breaking that heart saying, I'm ashamed of that behavior. You know what I'm saying? Was enough. But, like, the thing is, if you don't have something like that when they're little and you don't teach them respect and you're not able to have consequences for actions, what ends up happening? The kids end up running ruckshot. They end up doing what the fuck they want to do, and then they wind up in a bad situation. Oh, for real? See, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Think about it like that. See, we would never have thought to do half the shit that kids are getting away. Have y'all watched some of these videos of the kids acting up in the classroom, thinking it's funny, being big and bad in front of their peers, and because they know the teacher can't do anything or she'll lose her job? They know the teacher can't discipline them or she'll lose her job. Hell, back in my day, if you did that shit, you jumped up in a teacher's face and smacked them, they'd smack the fuck out of you. And then when your parents got up there and they found out that you jumped up in a teacher's face thinking you were going to be big and bad, your mom and daddy got your ass. So you was disciplined 3 ways from Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And you was in some serious motherfucking trouble, right? But you knew you had consequences, so you didn't do that shit. But nowadays, these kids don't have consequences. These kids are running away and getting into situations that unalive them, getting pregnant too young, and doing all this crazy mess because parents aren't allowed to discipline their kids. They literally have told, I saw this shit on a thing. This one girl, literally, because her mama was trying to keep her from going out with a boy, called the police on her mama. And they told her that she couldn't keep her 16-year-old child in the house against her will because that's considered kidnapping. So you mean to tell me that she just has to let the 16-year-old run away and then 2 days later she could file a missing person report? What sense does that fucking make? What sense does that fucking make? Tell me how the fuck that makes any sense. You have to let the law handle it. My mama would have handed me the phone and told me to call them motherfuckers. I'm going to say this. When I was 9 years old, I thought I was going to run away, child. And I packed my little bag. Y'all going to laugh at me, but all I packed was fucking toys. I didn't even stop to think. I needed clothes. I needed shoes. I needed food. I just packed my little toys in my little backpack. And my mama let me go through with it, packing my duds. You know what I'm saying? Let me walk on down the driveway and think I was going to walk away. And I kept looking back, hoping she'd tell. And of course I came back because every kid does that. You be acting like you're going to run away, but you ain't really running away at that age. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to run away. Yeah, I didn't run that far. I went right to the end of the driveway and ended up walking right back. You know what I'm saying? End up walking my ass right back and cried all the way. And yeah, Yeah, that's the fucked up shit. A lot of kids, they run away and then they go into those centers and they find out the real world ain't as nice. They run away because mama took my cell phone. That's a real reason to run away from your safety home, your safety net, and all that shit. Now, running away from abuse, an abusive home, that's different. You know, I'm not talking about people who have been physically, actually, financially, mentally abused. I'm not talking about abuse victims here. I'm talking about those little spoiled ass little kids because mama took your cell phone and now you want to throw a his fit, or mama said, daddy said you ain't gonna be visiting or seeing that 21-year-old boy and you think you in love, so you run away to be with his ass. Trust me, I've seen those types. I know those types because they spoiled little shits. They end up always coming home. I think everybody's saying, I'm going to live with mama and papa. And then mama and papa don't want your ass for a long period of time because you run a ruckshop, so they send your ass back home. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's sometimes ridiculous if we really look at the situations that are going on nowadays. Like these kids jumping up in these teachers' faces trying to physically fight the teachers. Oh no. Oh no. I knew better than that shit when I was a kid. I knew better than that shit. Cause I knew not only here's the thing, I knew when I got even if the teacher didn't physically stop me, I know that when I got home, I was gonna get an ass whooping. And it wasn't gonna be pretty. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I ain't doing all that. Oh no, see here's the thing. I didn't have grandparents like that. I didn't have like normal grandparents as everybody else would have. I had you know, I had people I loved and all that, but I didn't have that. So I didn't have that choice to run away to grandma and grandpa's house. I don't even know where I was going when I thought I was going to run away, child. I don't even know. Like, I didn't even have a clear plan, no concise. And why the fuck did I only pack toys? Now that I look back on it as a grown up, I didn't pack no clothes, no food, no snacks, uh, nothing I really needed. I packed my little toys. What was I gonna do with that, y'all? But now that I think about it, now that I'm grown, and I thought that was a get back. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I was a dumbass little kid. I tell the truth. My mama was probably laughing internally the whole fucking time, and I don't blame her when she saw what I was packing. That's basically what happened to me, Mix. I walked all the way down the driveway, and then when I got close to the road, I realized that I couldn't go anywhere. And so I turned my ass back around and went back home. Oh, I'm gonna say this right now. If in case I'd have had my ass towed the fuck up from the flow up. Just for real though. Oh yeah, when I was 9 and I thought I was going to the end, I was going to I only went to the end of the driveway, but I only packed toys. I think I was 8. I only packed toys. What the hell was I gonna do with just toys? You don't think about that shit when you little. You just like, I'm gonna get all my little toys. Oh, and I did pack a book because I was a book reader when I was a kid. So I did. I had a book, y'all. But I don't know what I call myself doing that young. Like, where am I gonna go? You know what I mean? Oh, now I tell you, the only thing I ever did, I didn't run away to a friend's house, but I missed the school bus, so me and my friend we were gonna walk together, child. Ooh, I got in so much trouble. Ooh, I ain't never missed that school bus again. I promise you I didn't. We did some dumb shit as kids, but we knew better. We knew there were consequences for our actions. How many kids now are we seeing on the news for unaliving someone? Did y'all see that story about the girl and the boy who essayed the 5 or the 6-year old, beat her up, yanked her hair out by the roots? And this was like 7, 8, 9-year old little kids. I mean, little B kids. Have a good day, Miss Chantel. I mean, little bitty kids. Yeah, I know. It's even more crazy because of the online shit. Have a good day, Mix, my love. It's even crazier with the online shit nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's even crazier. Like, kids can't get away from their bullies. They can't get away from them. Like, they have nowhere to get away from them from. They follow them. You get what I mean? Like, back in the day, when we went home, the bullying stopped if you were bullied because they didn't, if you were lucky, they didn't live near you or near your, house or whatnot. You got a reprieve and then you went back to school and had to deal with that bullshit. But you didn't have this shit where they start stalking you on your fucking social medias and shit. It's crazy. And it's crazy to think about how the CPS wants you to not discipline your kids. They want you to not do the things that make your kid be a good kid and grow up to be a productive member of society. But yet, they want to send you to jail for that bullshit. And then vice versa, they'll say it's all your fault when your kid go in and do some fucked up shit. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I almost say this: you got to be careful when your kids are online when they're younger, and you got to watch some of these gaming systems and some of these things. I remember going into a gaming server one time. I was just going in there to, play a game, and these little kids was saying some of the most fucked up shit, like hollering the M bomb with the hard ER, hollering anti-Semitic shit, all kind of crazy shit, right? And I was like, if I was your mama, I would beat your ass for acting like that. That's the way I felt about it. Hey, Miss Lisa, Mr. DC, how y'all doing this morning? Yep. Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy how the pedo, they be in them servers with them kids. They be on them damn games. You got to be careful. They'll try to groom your kid from a young age to run away from home and do some shit they ought not to. They got these new scammers who have kids to send them. That's where the Take It Down Act came from. To send them oods, and then they threaten to send them all over the place. Or they'll say they have AI of the person. They'll get them to send just like a regular picture, right? A regular picture. And they'll take it and they'll make AI corn of the kids. And then tell them they're gonna send it to their entire family if they don't give them money, or if they don't do, they'll say they'll do it to their younger siblings, or they'll do this. And a lot of kids are unaliving themselves at exponential rates. It's fucking crazy. Well, I'm gonna say this right now. It's a little bit more than neglect at that point. Technically, depending on the child's age, the parents can actually be held criminally responsible for the child's actions. Hey, Miss Catherine, good morning. Depending on what the child has done, if there's all these other things, they can actually hold the parents criminally responsible. They better be glad that your son is okay, if that makes sense. Not okay, but you know what I mean. If he had actually passed away because of the actions, you could actually, it would be harsher penalties. Let's just say it that way. Thank God he didn't. Thank God he didn't. But even for him attempting, technically you may be able to get, I'm trying to think about where that would fall. And that's where another thing, like, I think me and TC was talking about that over there at the hood table, that the laws are starting to catch up with cyber shit, but it needs to be stricter. Like this harassing and bullying and doxing people shit, and y'all know this goes on in all communities. When someone is constantly doing that shit, they need to be held criminally responsible, especially when they're calling people's innocent family members. And carrying it to that extreme, or trying to call someone 20, 30 times in a day. Those kind of people who constantly do that and have multiple victims should be held criminally responsible. Not just civilly responsible, but criminally. They need to hold harsher penalties for that. They really do. They really do. And especially when it comes to the children, in my opinion, because us as grown-ups, we can kind of handle it. But when you are, I will say, Miss Dana, if you don't know this, where they showed your child who was underage, who has since passed away, that is technically, you can take out criminal charges about that. You're not supposed to do that. Harassing of a child or cyber stalking of a child, even if the child has passed away, is technically criminal. I don't know if y'all know that, but they do hold harsher penalties nowadays, depending on what state you're from. It depends on what state. I will say that for children, especially when an adult is doing it. Now, if it's two kids, I don't know. But I do note that if an adult is stalking or harassing a child, they do hold that more prevalent. There is more harsher penalties for messing with a child, doxing where a child lives, because you're putting a child in danger at that point. So be very careful fucking with people's kids, because I'm going to tell you something. In a lot of states, cyber harassment, cyber stalking of a child is a criminal offense in most places. And you can held, and this is not YouTube law I'm talking about. No, this is state law. And you need to check every single state, because every single state has different laws. But there are federal laws. See, that's what a lot of people stop to not think about either. There's federal statutes and laws against doing that to a child if you are a grown-up. And I see some of y'all grown-ups going after people's kids. You do realize that if that parent so chooses to go to the police and explain that you have shown that child's photo and said stuff about that child, and they have it on recording, they can take it to the police and get your ass for that shit. If you continue, I would suggest to leave kids alone. That would be my suggestion to you. Especially underage children. Now, if somebody's showing something that you yourself put up on YouTube, there's not much. But if they are literally digging into the child's life, like such as calling the school system, trying to find them, such as doing those things, calling truancy officers, local police trying to find a child, you can go to jail for that. I hope you know that, because that's criminal stalking of a child. At that point, you carried it beyond the parent. So I'd be very careful if I were you. I'd be very careful messing with people's kids. One day you're going to fuck around and find out. I'm just saying. Yep. If that child was older than 12, yes, they would be facing a felony charge. Yes, they would. I'm so glad that you found him. But also, because that child will have lifelong medical issues, you can hold them criminally and civilly responsible for that. After you take out the civil charges, after you talk to the police and see what you can do and what your options are, and don't just talk to them on a state level. Ask them if there's a federal statute that you may need to follow, right? Don't just look at your state level, because there may also be federal charges that can be brought up. Then I want you to think about civil, because that child's going to need medical attention and for the rest of their life. And it could also set up a fund for that child for the rest of their life. So don't just think one way, because I'm going to tell you something. For some people, it hits them harder to hit them in the pocketbook than it does to hit them in the criminal. Some people ain't scared of jail. Some people are. But the pocketbook hurts worse, if that makes sense. And you can absolutely, if I wanted to right now, I do have enough evidence to take someone for civil charges and to get a civil lawsuit. But in my opinion, I don't want to do that, because it's just, I have to go through all that bullshit, red tag, red flags, and I just fucking don't. I don't want to deal with it. That's the reason. There is no other reason, but I don't want to have to deal with all that. I got enough in my life to be busy about. But if you continue to fuck with my child, Fuck around and find out. That's all I'm going to say. One thing to fuck with me. One thing to talk shit about me. One thing to fuck with my family and people I love. But it's a whole nother to fuck with my child. I would suggest to not do that. They'd be like, oh, you don't have the money for that. Think I'm broke all you want to, bitch. Believe what you want. I ain't going to tell you no different. Believe what you want. But I'm going to say this. Anybody who fucks with somebody's kids should be ashamed of themselves. But I do have to get off here in a minute, y'all. Just want to say thank you to everyone who was here today, everybody who showed some love. I want to thank Ties and Tiaras for being a beautiful member for 2 months. Thank you to anybody who hits the Cash App, that becomes a member, that supports me financially in any way, shape, or form. It is very much appreciated. Anybody who's just here chilling and being amazing, thank you. Because here's the thing, I appreciate everything. Because I know some of y'all can't monetarily support me because you got shit going on, you got bills to pay, and you got a life to live. You know what I'm saying? But for those who can and do give out of the goodness of their hearts, I want you to know that I am very appreciative of it, because you don't have to, but you choose to. And that's why, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this, it's always going to be up and stuck, ain't it, Mr. Noble? It's always going to be up and stuck. When you post kids, it's always going to be up and stuck, because don't fuck with people's kids. And I will say that technically, if an adult does that to harass another adult, it can become civil and it can be criminal charges. Because especially if they're under the age of 18, and they're considered a minor child, you know what I'm saying? I need to call back that detective, but anyway, I want y'all to have a blessed and beautiful day. I want y'all to know that today and all days, I appreciate every freaking one of you. And thank you for spending your time with me, because time is the most precious commodity that we don't get enough of. You get what I'm saying? So you took the time out your day to spend with me. Thank you to all my Bushwatchers, to my replay gang. I know that y'all come through when y'all can, because I know I go live while y'all at work, at school, and y'all busy and y'all doing things. So I just want to say thank you. And if, you know what I'm saying, I want you to know you're appreciated over here. You cared about. Ain't nobody gonna curse you or treat you like shit over here if you're a supporter of mine. All right. You know, you're not gonna be somebody get on this panel and just start cursing you out and just dogging you and doing shit like that. It's not gonna happen. Because I respect my people, I protect my people. Just saying. Now, if y'all have a disagreement in chat and y'all are being adults about it, that's fine, right? But not nobody jumping up on a panel attacking you for no fucking reason just because you were in another chat. Hell no, I ain't gonna let that happen. But let me go ahead and do my beautiful little outro. Please wash your ass, wash your face, preferably not with the same rag. We don't need your ass walking around here with ass face, okay? We don't need no ass face in this bitch, okay? Please make sure you don't be walking around this bitch with dingleberries in your drawers. Wipe till the brown is gone, bitch. And remember to wipe front to back, front to back. We don't need you walking around here with some motherfucking, you know, you don't need to be walking around here with some stanky balls or stanky cooch. Make sure you wash that shit. And I will say, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Don't be walking around here with halitosis breath, okay? And if your fucking teeth look like you got meth mouth, go get that shit pulled. Don't be living like that, okay? Thirdly, I will say this. I will repeat, cologne and Axe spray is not, and I repeat, is not a substitution for fucking soap and water. It is not a substitution for DO for the BO. Take your ass in that bath and wash your ass, people, okay? Take time off on the internet. Go take time. Take care of yourself. Wash your ass. Okay? I love y'all, my angels. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Huggies. Bye.
Fun presents.
E-L-O, I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-P. E-L-O, I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the T-U-P. E-L-O, I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-P. E-L-O, I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be staying round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out the street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments from OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, car blue, a big Anthony Hughes and P.
I'm from the T-U-P. E-L-O, I'm reppin' my